rapper, yeah, you can't see me coming. Like, what you tryna do, baby girl, come with me. You can ride a rocket ship to space, call me.
Get you closer to me, like my brother just said. Really can't stay committed, I only want. I know she relentless, what we doing.
Me personally, I just see myself. I don't see myself slowing down. You know, I guess that would be the young mentality, the mentality of the youth. You know, we'll never slow down. But at the end of the day, to me, it's just one of those things where I know once I slow down, I'm not gonna be doing as much. So it's like how we always talk about, bro. Right now, this is the time to be overwhelmed. This is the time to be busy. This is the time to have no free time. You know what I'm saying? So that when you're 30 or when we're 30 or 40, we got all this free time. Now we got a whole nother life we've never explored, you know? So,
Exactly. Well, a lot of people don't really have that mentality right now.
Right.
Some people do, some people don't.
Exactly.
When things get hectic, people just black out or just clock out, you know.
Yeah.
It's easier to get away from it than deal with it.
That's the thing, though, too. You know, with me personally, I realized, like, I can't run from my problems, you know? I can't just sit on the couch and just let my stuff fester, you know? It's one of those things, bro, where shout out to Lisa. We had a conversation, and she had told me that basically, you know, you can either be the stimulus or you can react to the stimulus. And so when she told me that, I put into perspective, you know, all the things that I do in my life every day, all the things that even you and I do, you know, the reason why we have the results we have and the reason why we live the way we do is because we are the stimulus, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage everyone listening to also be the stimulus. Do more in your life. Do more for yourself. Do more for your family. Go just take a walk. Go out. Go do something you've never done before. Because it's stuff like that, bro, that changes your life. It changes your reality. That's the type of stuff that, you know, people don't think about. Like, there's a science to waking up. Like, there's a science to how you even go about your day-to-day life, you know? It's important to always switch it up, bro, in everything we do, you know? Even with this podcast, like how Raul might not be here. Shout out Raul, the homie. Even though he might not be here, you know what I'm saying? We're going to put a picture of the bald homie up. But even though he ain't here, you know what I'm saying? He's still getting a different result out of his life. We still getting a different result, but it's good though, bro. You know, that's that balance. So
everybody's doing what they have to do.
Exactly, bro.
Definitely.
Chop wood, carry water. That's it.
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's important though to really tell people that, bro, because some people just get too scared to experience new experiences or just get out of their box or get out of the city they're in. You know, like it takes a lot for someone to really to start doing new stuff, just kind of pursuing new things. Like for instance, your jewelry business. It takes a lot for someone, especially not knowing, not expecting a result from it, but just knowing that you're going to have to put all this time into something. And it might work and it might not, but at the end of the day, that's the beauty of trying something new.
Exactly,
and
bro.
Never expecting it to go a certain way is the best way. Having no expectations is the best thing to do.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I won't ever be disappointed.
Exactly. Like the shirts that we just fucked up right now. We fucked the shirt up. You should show them the shirt.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's funny that you say that, too. I don't know if y'all can see it that well, but
we're starting the shirts.
We got these NtS shirts right on the Dickies. You know what I'm saying? That's how we coming, bro. That's how we doing it. We also got them on regular shirts. What would you consider that? T-shirt, polo shirt? T-shirt. That's the word. Gratitude. Yeah. Got them on regular T-shirts too, man. Nothing to something, bro. We doing it, bro. We making noise.
We on the way.
Exactly. And you know, it's funny too, bro. What inspired you to even come and to set all this up, to do all this with the music and with the podcast and, you know, everything that you got going on?
Shit. Definitely it's one of my passions, but honestly, like all the behind the scenes things that people don't see, like the editing, the producing, the writing, even the just simply just thinking of an idea to create, I think that's what really inspires me more. It's like, as far as like knowing that we're doing something right now, but then there's so much more work to it behind the scenes that I'm very technical. I like the technical side of stuff, and I love also producing stuff because I'm very also on the creative side. So it's like a weird mixture between the left and the right side of my brain, just working in a weird way together.
I see.
You get me?
this is like your balance.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you. That's crazy, bro. How did you find that out? Like, how did you find that this was your balance?
No, bro. It's like I feel like everybody's meant for something. You know, everybody looks for something, and certain things that with burns as far as like music production, editing, always circled back in my life somewhere or another, and I've always like tried to run away from it or try to ignore it and maybe think, okay, maybe go to school. I tried college for like a semester. It was too easy. I was like, nah, this is not for me. It's not.
Right.
It's not challenging enough, you know. And even then, if it was challenging enough, that challenge doesn't excite me because I feel like if anything you're doing, if it doesn't excite you when you fail or doesn't excite you when you feel like you can't have shit, when you feel like, how can I say, I feel like every time I fail in this or even like don't see the results that I would not expect but I would like, it's like an adrenaline rush, you know. Oh
Yeah.
shit, like what am I gonna do next? What should I work on? What thing is not working to change it up, you know? And as far as like school and other stuff, like that might be for certain people. Then they try to be a doctor or whatever they try to be, and they mess up, and then pushes them harder to excel in that, and then they become the best at that they could be, you know. But for me, in my scenario, it's more of like trying to figure all this out because you've seen even trying to get this podcast up was a big.
Oh, yes. Y'all don't even know how hard and how long it took to set this up, but we are grateful.
Yeah, so it's like the process, you know, the process is
Yeah.
the best part about anything, and if you enjoy the process, I think that's what's meant for you. You know, even if you don't succeed or whatever, even though that's not an option, but I'm just saying, like, even if that doesn't stop you, like, I think you got the right thing going on for yourself.
Yeah, that's beautiful, bro. That was beautifully spoken. I would say definitely to the audience as well, or to anybody listening, you know, trust the process in whatever you're doing, you know. It might seem that you're not getting a result that you want, but don't trip because that result is on the way. All you had to do was just keep going that extra % or whatever the case is, you know. And it's crazy, bro, because I see it all the time. Perfect example. The other night, I was trying to set up this what's it called? I'm trying to think of the name of it because I want to shout them out. It's like, it's not tactical mesh, but it's like a mesh screen, bro, with the magnets. I know you know what I'm talking about, to keep bugs out and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I don't know what it was. I just could not install this. So I kept working with the adhesive tape and kept taking it off, kept sticking it onto things, and nothing was working. And eventually I was just thinking to myself, man, I want to give it up. Like, I'm just going to put this down, go do whatever, and come back. But instead I kept going. And I did it, bro. I installed it perfectly the way that it needed to be set up. It came down, but I installed it. You know what I'm saying? So it's that extra %, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't have done that, I would never have gotten to that failure, or I would never have gotten to that result to see that, oh, this doesn't work. I need to go return it. I can't use this. I need something for a French door. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, bro, I would say even a failure is a beautiful result because, you know, like, you got to reinvent the wheel now. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Even especially if you're younger and you're like trying stuff. I forgot who said it, but there was some guy that said, I was watching his podcast. He's saying you got to learn. No, he said you should start failing more. Like, learn.
Gary V.
Gary V?
Yeah, it's the one you sent me. Shout out Gary V.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So learning to fail more, and I didn't really understand it really too much at the beginning. But as time went on, I realized that I was doing that unintentionally, you know, like failing or just putting yourself in a situation where your back's against the wall and seeing how you react to it. Because first off, you always want to know how you react under pressure. Because if you're never under pressure, the second you get a lot of pressure, you're gonna fold, you're gonna crack.
Yup.
Like a lot of people that try to avoid the easy route or try to avoid the hard stuff. Like, if you just put yourself in a position where, like, fuck, if I don't do this, it's not gonna work, or it's not gonna go the way I want it to be. And even if it doesn't go the first time, you just keep trying. Just keep trying, because eventually it will. And then it could be, you could get a break in, like, in a year, or you could get a break in 10 years. It's part of the process. You just keep going, regardless of how you feel, you know?
It's funny, too, that you say that, because I had a conversation with someone the other day, and they were telling me how this one song had basically, shout out Sophia, had basically been on YouTube for about, I think, 7 years or something, and it's barely blowing up on TikTok now.
For real?
Yeah, and so, it just put into perspective to me, even with this podcast, dude, we could be doing this for 7 years, 10 years, and it could never take off. You know what I'm saying? Or get to where we want it to be. But that one next episode could be the one. You know what I'm saying? That propels us higher than we need to go. And we're spreading the message however we need to. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I feel like failure is imperative, bro. You got to fail every day at something, especially to master your craft. You got to fail, bro. Because if you don't, have you really mastered it? Have you really done what it takes to get the job done? I guess you could say. So
what would you say would be your biggest failure in, as far as like music, trying to get to where you are now?
Dude, so I would say the biggest failure for me with music was just trying to find a producer, just trying to find studio time, just trying to find a mic, bro. Because I remember this isn't the first time I've tried to make music. It's so funny. I had a few buddies when I was about 18, 19, where we were supposed to make music together, and they just hogged the spotlight, and they never let me spit my stuff. They never let me on the mic. It was pretty selfish, but I mean, who am I to really say that? But in the way I see it, I never really got a chance to hit the mic, bro, because even after that experience, I can't remember if this was before or after. I think it may have been before, but there was another studio that I was trying to go to, bro, in Anaheim, and I'm not gonna say their names. They know who they are, but I was trying to go to the studio, bro, and I don't know, for whatever reason, my boy was able to go in there. He recorded a track. I can't remember if they ever emailed him or sent him the track or not, but he paid for the studio time. I pulled up because I was trying to run a session, and I guess they had told me I could run a session, but all of a sudden they got overbooked. So I wasn't able to do that. Then I tried to hit him up the next week or the next weekend. All of a sudden, the studio disappeared, bro. It was crazy. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
Bro.
What do you mean disappeared? Like they moved locations?
Bro, I pulled up to the building. There was no signs for the company. It didn't even look like there was ever a studio there. I tried to call them, and the place said for lease on the windows. Tried to call them, no answer. Tried to DM the producer, no answer. That's nothing, crazy. Bro. So that just left me in the dark. So
that's crazy.
After that, I wasn't really as serious as I am now about the music, and it's just one of those things where, like how you said, you gotta fail to really see that that's what you want. So basically, bro, I had hit up a few other people that I thought could help me out. Couldn't help me out. So, then I eventually finally ran into you, bro, on accident through Ethan. It's very funny, bro, because
things circled back.
Yeah, we don't even work with him anymore. Shouts out Ethan, but we don't even work with him anymore.
The guy. No, but that's crazy, though. That's crazy how I feel like music is a beautiful thing because it always circles back. And at least it sounds like your story, too, but also like in my life, it circled back one way or another. It just came back into my...
Yeah, what happened with you, bro? Because I remember, you showed me that track, that music video you did when you was like 15, 16. That was pretty clean.
I think I was like 18. I was like 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
I was a little younger, but, I mean, I've been writing music since I was like 13, 14. I was wearing a Various hat with my name on it before I even made a song. I swear to you, bro. I still have the hat.
That's crazy.
I'll take a picture of it. It was like in 10th grade. I went to the swap meet to make a hat. It said Various and then MC on the back. Some fucking cringy ass shit. But, I always had that. But I never even did music at that time. I was just trying to get into it.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck it, I'm a rock it. So I was walking around to school and shit. And I think at the time it was STO. It wasn't like a crew or nothing. It was just like some word that I said. It was abbreviated. And I kept getting hit up by everybody. They're like, were you from STO? I was like, bro, no, it's my music name, bro. It's my music, wherever I was trying to do at the time.
Yeah.
And then like 17, 18 is when I met some other homies. we started freestyling more and just like we would freestyle like all night sometimes, like from
Yeah.
8 p.m. to like 6 in the morning. We're doing
Wow.
that. Go to work the next day like a fucking 10 in the morning, and we were doing that for a couple months doing it. And it's out of nowhere, the NTS just came out of that. Like, I don't forgot how it went. I think I was freestyling. I said it in something, and it just stuck with me ever since that day. You know, just like
That's
NTS.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, so it's like I was like 18, and just been rocking with it since then. But I just finally got able to turn it into something. You know, like,
Yeah.
like literally. But music always circled back because I always met somebody that did music. Like always somebody around me just did happen to do music. If it was like a producer, a singer, a rapper, like somebody always did it. And that just led me to see that, okay, yeah, this might be something for me because
Yeah.
it keeps coming back, you know? Like, I'd be working random warehouse jobs on breaks, just chilling, and then out of nowhere, I hear some fools, like, listening to music, and it turns out they freestyle, so we'd be freestyling on our lunches and shit, you know? Just doing, like, little shit like that, you know? And finally, but I finally just took a chance, like, about a year and a half ago, too. Started getting everything I needed, you know? Studio, camera, everything.
That's crazy, too, to think about because if you wouldn't, bro, it's crazy. I think about it this way too, like in the bigger picture aspect. Imagine if you wouldn't ever have started freestyling, bro, or you never would have made that Various hat. You might not even have. We might not even be here sitting making on this podcast right now.
Literally,
you know what I'm saying? All it would have taken was for someone to be like, "Oh, that hat sucks," or "Oh, that hat's weak, bro."
Oh no, trust me, people told me that shit. No, there was some guy, I don't know if you know his name, but he was like some white boy. Everybody, no one was doing it at that time. Like, no one was rapping like that. Now everybody raps, you know. But people were doing it, but like in my area, like in the school, whatever, they weren't really doing it. It was a couple of folks that were doing it. So it was me, the other dude named Sonic, and then Triple Entree was around there too. You know that fool? So you know, you see that fool walking around in his Timberlands, feeling all cool and shit. Like, all right, I respect you, bro. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened to you, but I respect you. But yeah, it was some me and Sonic, fool. And then there was some white. I don't know if you don't know who he is. On Sonic, he's like some white boy.
It sounds
red
familiar,
hair,
bro. It sounds familiar.
He said he rapped. We were doing it together, whatever.
He said he rapped.
And I remember posting some like, people will probably find this shit one day, bro. This is gonna be embarrassing. On Facebook, I posted like a video of me rapping, dog. Like that shit was ass. Don't get me wrong, it was ass. But then I remember this fool messaging me, the Sonic homie. He's like, "Yo, stop rapping, dog." I'm like, "This shit sucks." I was like, "Oh, fuck you, dog. You suck too."
That's crazy, bro.
The thing is, he sucked more than me, bro. Like, but people like that get this. People like in my situation, if they would have heard that, that would have been like the end. Like, oh, they would have stopped trying, you know. But I always was like, nah, I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
What else do I have to lose? I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Like,
literally, bro.
like it's the same fucking shit. We're going to grow up, and life's gonna suck, and you're gonna get better eventually. So might as well do something you love and turn that into something, you know.
Yeah, bro. And you know, I encourage everybody to start as many businesses as you can right now. Even if they go under, who cares? Just start as many businesses as you can right now. That experience, as well as the time right now, you will never get back in your life. You are only this young once. Matter of fact, bro, September 25th, Sunday, 2:14 p.m.
2022.
2022. We will only be this young once again, bro. So, you know, in this very moment in time, bro, I just, you know, I got to say personally, I enjoyed every second, bro, that I've had in my life. Even if there's been any bad, any good, you know what I'm saying? I love it, you know. Life's beautiful, man. We just got to keep doing what we can do to get the best result that we can get out of it. Be the best that we can be every day, man. That's really what it's about, you know. We got to keep grinding.
Understanding that everything you're doing, from like every little thing, like in your business, or even if you're not trying to pursue a business, even like in a job, whatever you're doing,
right?
Trying to progress in life, is like every little thing plays a part.
Yeah.
Like you made a very valid point, like with the whole Various hat thing. Like if I wouldn't have ever done that, I don't think I would be here right now. We probably would not be here, and I would have been in a whole different direction, you know.
Real talk, bro. Because
bro, when I was like 20, yeah, I had bought like I had another microphone, I had another studio, and I was living in Fullerton at the time. And I think I sold all that shit, bro. Like I had bought everything, and I sold it because I was just doing bad. I was just down bad, so I had to get money somehow. So I sold everything, bro.
Yeah.
I lost everything.
We all been there.
Lost everything, and then just kept doing it. You know, I don't, bro. I have like 4 phones, my old phones, that I would literally go on YouTube with the beat in the background, with the beat in the background, my notepad and with the voice recorder in the background and the beat in the background too, and that's how I was recording music. Like I have a bunch of phones just full of just music from my voice recorder that I did because I didn't have a studio at the time. I had just lost everything. So there's little things like that. Like if you have a passion, you have a dream, you'll do anything and everything to try to get it out. You know,
Seriously,
try to
bro.
produce it, try to make it a reality. Like I had no studio time. I had friends that supposedly would try to give me studio time.
Right.
The whole situation, the whole situation. And
Yeah.
it never went the way it was supposed to go. But it never discouraged me, it always just made me feel like, all right, they're not going to give it to me, so I got to get it myself.
Exactly.
And that's it. That's the mindset I've always had. I never expected something out of them or expected to get a free handout or whatever the situation was. But I definitely stood my ground and said, all right, this is what I'm going to do, so I'm going to figure out how to do it. And then now we're here.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that too. As we were having this conversation, bro, I can recall different memories where I would be 11, maybe 12, 13, and I would be doing the same thing with my phone and the voice recorder with the beat in the back, all that, man. So, it's crazy. We don't realize as children how passionate we really are about something until we get older. And we keep up with that passion, Something as simple as music. I would never think that I would still be making music. I would never think that I would even make music. I barely think to myself, I would only say that I've been making music since this year because of the fact that I don't have anything laid. I don't have anything out online, you know what I mean? So I would say definitely this year was my first real experience of actually getting my feet wet with the music, In the past, it was literally just, I knew I had a passion for it. I just didn't know how to channel it and bring it out, So now that we have these avenues, bro, and, you've created this for us, the world's endless, bro. The results are endless. That's why I love this, because we can take this any direction, bro. And especially being our own label and everything, too. Shout out to our NTS. Even though we are NTS. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, we come a long way, bro. Real talk. I just got to say that, I remember when we first started linking up and we first started making, the tracks we made. And they were good. But, like, I listen to our stuff now and, it's a completely different sound, bro.
This is progression. You're just finding your voice, finding your flow, finding what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about music is like you go back in time with other artists to the beginning shit, and some of the beginning shit is hard because I've done some music in the past that it was like, fuck, I can never replicate it because it was just so unique at the time. It was just like, like music just comes out of you.
Yeah.
And you look at other artists and it's like, damn, from where they started to where they at, the progression is just insane because you wouldn't even have known. For instance, I seen a video of Drake. Like I seen a video, he was like in Toronto still in like Canada. I don't know where the fuck he's from. Canada, like in a basement with his homies. I don't know if you've seen that video. Bro, but he looked so different. Like he was rapping, like it was just a whole different thing. And then you see him now, he's like obviously one of the biggest artists in the world.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show like.
Shout out Drake.
Shout out Drake. They call me Lake, by the way.
Oh my gosh, bro. Please. Lake.
So you know, Drake, coming for you. That's something I don't want to reach that level. That level of success or fame, whatever. I'm good on that. But the progression, though, bro, it's like it's cool to see how you elevate in your music and your craft, And it's important to always just keep your head down and keep going, like regardless of how it. Cause, bro, like I told you, people have told me shit was trash before, like when I was way younger, and it could have easily discouraged me and they'd be like, nah, don't do it. But those same people that were doing it supposedly. None of them do it anymore. They're all like
washed up
or just got caught up with life, let life get the best of them. And not in a talking down type of way. I say that like in a way where like life happens to everybody,
Yeah, it's true.
But it's like if you're really passionate about it, you stick by that regardless of how hard life hits you, because life is gonna hit you regardless. But if you have a passion, you stick by it because that's what you want to do.
Well, that's another thing too, bro. It's like how my coach told me, if you want it, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. And it's like how it comes to that perspective of how we make time for the things that we want, If you're really passionate about something, you'll make the time for it.
Exactly.
And me personally, I see in my own life, it's not necessarily that there's certain things where it's not necessarily I'm not passionate about and I don't have the time for it. Let me rephrase that. It's not that I'm not passionate about it being the reason why I don't have the time for it. Life happens, you know? I'm building right now. Got to build something to have anything. You know what I'm saying? And so
you start off one step at a time, you know, one brick at a time. And so people don't get, bro. People try to build the whole wall immediately and then wonder why it falls over them because you missed that fucking. You're supposed to put a brick right there because you try to put one over it or you try to put them in different places and shit, and you didn't get your whole thing balanced. So it's like you start from the bottom and you go to the top. You know, that's just what life is. Like trying to speed it up, the process I realized, at least in my case, bro, I realized that every time I try to speed something up, God just smacks me in the face, bro. Like smacks me back and forth. Like, nah, you slow your ass down. I'm in charge, you know. And that's important to know. Even if you're not religious, whatever belief you believe in, just believe that what was good doesn't come fast, and what's fast isn't good. You know.
Right. It's true. It's like how my mom would tell me, bro, when I was like 15, 16. She would tell me, you know, not all money is good money. And on top of that, too, you know, yeah, fast money may be good, but it's not always the best. As fast as it came, it'll leave quicker.
You don't take the right steps.
Exactly. So, you know, she really plugged me in with that from a young age. So that's probably why I do what I do now. As in the way I operate, which is very funny.
We're learning how can I say it? Because I think right now we're like in an era where the hustle culture is very popularized and very, like it's cool to say you do things.
Yeah.
It's cool it's cool to say you do things. Everyone just says they do everything and have in their bio. And you get me? Like they try everybody's on top of that. I get that, but it's like, are you really doing something? Like, are you really saying everything you're doing? Because people say they do a lot, but they don't really, the results don't show. I'm not saying they have to be wealthy. I'm just saying, like, where's the progress? Show me where you started and show me where you're at. And it's like, and I'm not saying I need to know. I'm just saying for people that are doing it, if you ever feel like, cause this is another thing too. Like people get so stuck in the mentality that they're doing so much that they really don't do anything because they think they're doing so much. Yeah, it's like an ego. It's like an ego thing. You know, the ego is so high, but then you get an ego check, and you see somebody else doing it. I'm not saying compare yourself, but I'm just saying from where they started to where they're going, if you're in that same lane, in that same space that they're trying to do, and you see that you've said you started, you keep saying you started, you say you're doing all these amazing things, but you're not doing anything, the results will show in your life and people will see it, you know. And that's very important to always be very humble with what you're doing, but also just like don't do it for people. Like do it because you want to do it, you know. Do it because it's something that you truly care about. That's something that really that drives you, that at night when you're fucking up, you can't sleep and shit because you have this fucking thing on your head that's so intriguing and it just draws your attention so much you can't sleep. Like I'm sure you've been there before with something you have a passion for and you just can't sleep because you want to wake up early and do it. Yep. For instance, Monday, bro, I've not been sleeping these past couple of days. Yep. Not too good because I'm just like I've envisioned this, you know. I've envisioned being in these situations, doing certain things, and now it's coming into fruition. And it's like, damn. Now it's like really the time clock. It's like feels like it's taking 2 weeks already. And it's only been like 2 days, 3 days since we heard of it.
Straight up. Shout out Jimena, by the way, and Frenchie's Tees. Y'all are the realest.
For real. Shout out to y'all because y'all giving us opportunity.
Straight up.
Even though we don't see it in a way we're like, oh, we're expecting something out of it, but it's just a blessing and grateful that the opportunity was even presented, you know.
Yeah, it's a blessing to be invited to things like that, man. You know, different events. Stuff, you know. I feel like personally events like that are life-changing, bro. You can't pay for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like just to receive an invite, you know, in general to anything, it's so monumental, bro. It's beautiful. Monday gonna be a movie for sure. Monday gonna be a movie. Warner Bros. NtS Motion Pictures coming soon. But yeah, man.
NtS Motion Pictures.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. We on the way. We on the
Nah.
way.
Nah, that's true though, bro. We good though. Anybody out there watching this, you know, just like we say, just keep following the process. Just keep pushing. Whatever you're doing, even if it doesn't seem like you're doing a lot or things don't seem like they're working, just keep going because you never know that extra step, that extra thing you would have done could have took you to the whole next level. And life literally happens like that.
Yep.
Think of your passion as the lottery. Even you're taking a chance, and you might win, but you might fail.
Exactly.
But obviously, you're not blowing your fucking money like all bad. Even though some people do win in the lottery, I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Think of your passion like the lottery. Like you're just taking a chance.
Yeah.
Just taking a chance, and you might win and you might lose, but just take what you can, take what you can't. You know.
Every day is something new, bro. Every day is a gift. It's another gift, bro. Another opportunity to make something out of nothing, bro.
Literally.
Shout out NTS again.
Yes. That's good though.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
That was clean. Homie